Yes. Yeah.
But like the comparison, like with me and some of the other guys.
So that'd be something neat to see, the Harry Centers.
The Pirates playing in Williams.
Welcome back for the second period. Well, spring training. Pitchers and catchers reported. So we all know what that means.
Not just pitchers and catchers. I was watching a clip on YouTube of Trey Turner taking batting practice for the Phils, and he hit a car.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's on YouTube. You should look it up in between periods.
Oh, now I have to.
Because their batting coach, Kevin Long, yells, he's got 30, what did he say? He's got about 30 million he can put towards that.
Now, I wonder if they have to pay X amount for that. Like, I'm assuming they'd have to pay some, but
if it was me and I was making 30 million a year, I would just pay for their windshield to be replaced.
Now, was the car moving?
It's a drip in the bucket.
Now, was the car moving?
Well, that would be more impressive. I believe it was parked because he yelled they parked in the wrong spot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pitchers and catchers reported. I mean, the biggest thing right now going into the season is I see a lot of people complaining about some of the changes to the game. One of them being the new, bigger bases.
The bigger bases I saw, they were going from 15 to 18 inches. The pitch clock, I did see that was going to go in.
3 inches makes a big difference. Anyway.
Yeah, it does.
I was trying to get you on that one.
Oh, I know.
I've seen so many people complaining about the bigger bases because it's going to encourage stealing, like it's a bad thing.
So people complain about 3 inches.
One, the idea behind it is to encourage more stealing bases. The other idea behind it is to make it safer to steal bases. Which, one, because the bag is going to be bigger, it's going to be now 3 inches closer to the pitcher. So this whole idea, one, is kind of null and void. But two, stealing bases is freaking fun to watch. Why would encouraging more be a bad thing?
Because that's one that, when a runner tries to steal and gets either, gets a good jump or, hell, we all love the pickoff where the catcher just picks him off right at second.
I mean, sometimes I don't get baseball complaints, and I know I make some weird ones myself, but why would you not want to? And here's the thing. They act like everyone's going to suddenly start stealing bases. Let me tell you, guys who aren't fast aren't still going to be stealing base. It's not going to happen.
No, if you're roly-poly to begin with, you're not going to be, you're not going to move yourself up to the top of the base stealing at that point. You're still not going to run fast. I mean, yeah, stealing base.
Daniel Vogelbach isn't going to be stealing base just because they're 3 inches bigger. It ain't happening. He's built like Babe Ruth. Not happening.
What, hot dogs and beer?
He looks like someone crossbred freaking Babe Ruth and John Kruk. He's not stealing a base.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
My God. I don't know. I don't get.
Babe Ruth.
Google him.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, and I agree 100%. I mean, I always loved watching when bases are stolen, and and the throw from the catcher, because sometimes depending on how that one throw could lead to a run or a big advancement from first to third. I mean. Or you got those good catchers that could throw a ball on a dime and boom,
I also
Perfect
saw a
spot.
lot of complaints about the pitch clock, which my thought is, if you've been to minor league games, why is the pitch clock such a big bother to you now? Because if you've gone to minor league games, you're used to it. Hell,
Exactly.
we saw the Ghost Runner in play a full season before it happened in the big leagues.
Yeah, we were in Jagerstown. Or, yeah, Hagerstown.
Jagerstown. That's a different town.
Well, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
town of sadness and regret, where people wake up naked underneath boats.
Do they? That'd be interesting to watch. Ugh. Come on, Bubba. No, yeah, yeah, we were in Hagerstown and watching it firsthand on the whole Ghost Runner. I mean,
I feel like a lot of the people who make complaints about this stuff don't go to minor league baseball games.
A lot of people
because all that stuff's in action in minor league baseball games. Like
I enjoy going to minor league games. I enjoy it. Just to see just what's coming up. I mean, like we just said, we saw the Ghost Runner in Hagerstown, and the pitch clock. 5-second difference. That's really all it is. Yeah, 5 seconds is a difference, but like you said, minor league baseball is not. If you go to it, what's the difference? There is none.
Yeah.
All these changes have been done before it hit this point. It's gone through the whole minor league system before it hit this point. So what's the difference?
Right. Spring training is also going to get a little interesting come March, and I'm sure we'll get to it then. But a bunch of guys are going to be heading over to the World Baseball Classic for multiple nations, not just for the States. So that's going to be interesting to see it play out. Some of those guys are going to have a shortened spring training schedule. But I look forward to it. And hopefully one day we just have baseball back in the Olympics full time as a medal sport, and we don't have to deal with the World Baseball Classics. That's the only reason it exists. Which I don't know if you follow.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you follow MLB's YouTube channel, but leading up to the World Baseball Classic, they've been putting up a lot of really cool videos about baseball around the world. And I think the coolest one was like Australia. Like, it's a big deal in Australia. Not like on the same level of like rugby or cricket, but it's on that way. And they show like, the guys prepping the fields and talking to certain players and how they got into it. It's really cool. These videos are worth going out of your way to watch. And they're like 6 minutes tops.
Yeah. I see they haven't had it for how many years do they have in between?
Is it 4?
So I'm actually looking at that now. It looks like 4, but 17. His last one was 17.
Well, they probably didn't do it because of
the pandemic and
the Rona,
all that fun stuff. Because U.S. was the last one to win it.
I mean, I'm going to be watching it. I think I think Fox has the carrier rights to it, so it'll only be on Fox and FS1.
Luckily enough, I get both those channels.
You do?
Yeah, the 7th, was it? I just had it up here. Oh, my screen just blipped. All right, yeah, from the 7th to the 21st is the Classic.
So here's a cool thing I learned on Uniwatch this week. Each nation is picking their own manufacturer of the uniforms.
Okay.
So they're not all going to be made by the same plate. Like last time, it was all Majestic. This time, each nation's picking whom is making their uniforms. Which that's an old school thing.
That'd be interesting to see who has the best design. The best jersey coming out.
Yeah. But
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be watching it. Do you know if they named the rosters yet for it?
yeah, the rosters were named months ago.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I mean,
Shows how
there's been some changes. Some guys have dropped out to focus on spring training, but
shows
for the
how
most
far
part, I
ahead I am.
believe the rosters are pretty much, for the most part, intact from what they were a few months ago. Um, I mean, spring training just started. The World Baseball Classic hasn't started yet.
Yeah, not till
Um,
the 7th of March.
but I mean, I like that. I like seeing that a lot of big name guys for not just the Phils, multiple teams are showing up early and getting to work early. Means they take it serious and they appreciate the fact that the fans take it serious, and that's awesome.
Which is nice because then the players show like, hey, I'm here to win this, and that you know brings people there,
Right.
brings people in. So yeah, baseball is around the corner. March 30th is opening day. Should be fun. See how this season turns out. So on that note, that is the end of this second. We'll be right back.